welcome to Book Buzz, brought to you by Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda, and we're here already with the second half of February. All the activities in our department, and I feel like I'm still exhausted from the first one because all we did was like have to talk and list all these things, and there were so many that it was like boom,
There's
boom,
a lot
boom.
going on around Valentine's Day, which I think is why it was such a big lot of things. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, who doesn't love Valentine's Day?
I know. Boy, we
one.
squeezed in a lot of stuff. We have a lot going on for you. That's all I gotta say.
Keep you busy.
Yeah. So
sure.
I have this really cool story. Now, last time we talked, it was Valentine's, and I, talked about some love stories. But this is really a cool story.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay.
I'm excited.
And the other thing that made me more excited about it was the fact that it takes place in Boise, Idaho, and that's where my son lives. So, okay, this is so cool. After 110 years, an overdue book is returned to a library in Idaho. This is hilarious, by Nicole Daniels. It was that just came out this month. In 1911, someone checked out a copy of the book New Chronicles of Rebecca by Kate Douglas Wiggin from a library in Boise, Idaho. It was not returned until 110 years later in November of 2021. You see the picture of that.
It survived 100 years.
It did, and
what was the fine?
Exactly, and it'll talk about that. And the crazy thing is, it was returned, but it's in immaculate condition. It said, which is so crazy. So over this 110 years, the libraries, all the city libraries, we'd survived pandemics and recessions and world wars, all without that copy of the 278-page series of stories by Kate Douglas Wiggin about an imaginative girl named Rebecca. And it originally, because the first book was Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, and this what came after. And actually, we have my props here.
The Shirley Temple rendition.
The Shirley Temple version, because, there was a movie made. She was the star.
An old movie, because it's an old book.
It is a really old book. But you know what? Okay. Before I go on, this book, New Chronicles of Rebecca, we do not own a copy. And as a matter of fact, nobody in our system owned a copy, because I was looking for it.
They probably just kept the original.
Yeah, I was looking for it, but there are a lot of copies in our system available of Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. So this volume turned up, like I said, in November at Boise's main library, and the circumstances of its recovery, however, remain a secret, or a mystery. Not a secret, it's a mystery. We don't have any information about where it was from, they were saying. All that's known is that the book was returned either in late October or early November to a library in nearby Garden City. The librarians were sent the book to the main library in Boise because it still had the inserts, which the
picture of those.
The picture of the pocket, the old-fashioned
stamp cards.
Yeah, and with the stamp cards that used to go into all the old books. It still had that, and because it had inserts from an old library in the city that has since closed. So, which is really cool. Yeah, you can see a picture of that. I still love seeing those.
Yeah.
I still love seeing the old cards and the things. So, anyway, all right, we know that it was checked out in 1911, but it was not clear who checked out the copy or who returned it or where it was all this time.
So just get, show up in a book drop or something?
One theory is that the book, a sequel to A Tale About a Village Girl in Maine, which I just showed you, could have spent the last century in an attic because it was really well taken care of. So they're not sure. So whoever had the book kept it in immaculate condition. The cover was in great shape. All of the pages were crisp. Nothing was missing. All the images were there. It was perfect. And there have been other cases of books being returned decades overdue, but 110 years is an unusually long time.
I feel like that's like Guinness Book of World Records.
Exactly. I wonder. They did tell a story about, one time in the Queen's Public Library in New York, in 2016, a 72-year-old Manhattan woman returned a book that was 57 years overdue.
Wow.
Okay, so they said the copies of this new Chronicles of Rebecca sold for about $1.50 when it was published in 1907. But now the person who checked out the new Chronicles of Rebecca in 1911 can rest peacefully as the Boise Public Library scrapped late fees for overdue books in 2019. Maybe that's why it came back. Oh, they're not going to charge me.
Right.
You know, kind of thing. Otherwise, the person would have owned, and this doesn't feel like very much after 110 years. Not that I would pay it, but the person would have owed about $800.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, probably back
fines.
then it was like less than a penny a day.
Yeah, it does say the fine charged was 2 cents a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that funny? So yeah, $800 because then they stopped charging the things. So yeah, now books, of course, just like ours, there are kept for 2 weeks. Theirs is without renewal. Ours can be, of course, renewed, but. I don't know if you've had it for 110 years, if it keeps renewing.
Well, maybe that's why you couldn't find the sequel, Linda. Maybe we did have it, but people apparently just take this book out for, 100 years. So maybe in another 15, 20 years, it might find its way back.
It could.
The sequel is like...
The sequel's gone, too.
There was a run on them in the early 1900s.
Now this is the last line I'm going to say because this interests me, and I'd like to do this next time I go visit my son. Now that the Boise Public Library's copy of New Chronicles of Rebecca has finally been returned, it will be displayed in a special room at the main library.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. It's like,
I think that's a cool
for 100
story.
years. Yeah.
And it's like in pristine,
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So I want to go see it. But 110 years gone and $800 in
Thanks for coming to visit,
fines.
Mom. What would you like to do? Let's go find this library has a 100-year-old overdue book sitting in a
absolutely.
case.
Actually, if I
Really?
did that, my son would not be surprised. I mean, I've gone to obscure places like in the world and go like, where's the nearest library?
Yeah.
But to look for a 110-year-old book, I've never done that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the first time for everything, I guess.
So that was my story.
That's funny.
Yeah, not fun.
That is. That's a good one. All right. So last episode, I talked about our Teen Choice Book Club, but we also have a themed-based teen book club, and that is we're discussing all the books in the Shadow and Bone series, or the Grisha verse, I guess to be the technical term for the series, because they're not all connected. But anyway, so the next one we're going to be talking about is King of Scars. We're going to be discussing this nice, thick, beautiful book on February 24th, so you have plenty of time to read it. You do the first 5 kids that sign up on our Event Keeper on our website to register for programs get a free copy to keep, and so this is a $13 book, so that's a nice little giveaway.
Nice. Yeah.
So you get your own copy, that way you can read it again and again and again. I have a couple kids that have been attending this from the beginning. They're really enjoying the series. As I'm reading it, I'm getting a little bit more into it as well. It became popular more so with the release of the Netflix series. However, my kids that are reading it haven't watched the show, so it's not the same.
Interesting.
But, yep, so Thursday, February 24th at 7 o'clock, we'll be discussing the book. So we ask that you have come with most of it or all of it read. So King of Scars by Lee Bardugo.
Is that the last one?
I think I have one more.
No, I mean, last one in that. Oh, in that.
Well, so it's weird. So there's the Shadow and Bone, which was a trilogy, and then after the trilogy was a duology, The Six of Crows, which we read both of those, and now there's I think this is another duology, possibly. We might have one more to go.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
How they make all those. Okay.
Yeah. She's
Cool.
got lots of stories to tell.
All right. Get your
so
book
King of
and start
Scars,
reading.
Yep.
All right, we're going to talk about, I'm going to mention it one more time just so you remember, chess, February 15th, 6:30 live with Mr. Pete. We have the chessboards, and as a matter of fact, it's been so popular, we had to order more chessboards, and I just put an order in for 3 more chessboards.
Yeah, that's
the
great.
same ones. It's great. Yeah, we're just filling it up and you know, and wanting to use the good boards for the kids.
Yes.
So and he's particular with that, which is
Little
good.
chessboard snob.
Yeah.
Well, you want a quality board. I can appreciate that.
They're weighted in a special way. And,
not like little plasticky things from like a dollar's type of store.
Yeah, and we have those too.
Yeah.
But
I
I'd
think
like
it's
to
good for
weed those
backup.
out.
You know.
Yeah.
Emergency backup.
I like to weed those out. Maker Monday will be, that's another after-school program on February 21st. After school, 4 p.m. Snacks provided, of course. Got to mention the food. Give them food, they will come. And I know the kids are excited about this because our Maker Monday, the last one ended up to be a snow day. It ended up bad weather and everything was canceled and closed. So in February this month, we are going to be working with 3D pens. And the kids are really excited about that.
Yeah.
Me too, because I've never played with them.
Make some cool stuff. Make like your name or whatever.
Exactly. So Maker Monday, February 21st, 4 p.m., snacks included, 3D pens.
Yep, and that is a tween program. So
Yes.
that's specifically for 4th through 6th
4th
graders.
through 6th. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, and then Miss Patty has been continuing her Book Babies Mother Goose programs. They've been all virtual, and we're going to continue that for a little bit longer. They're great because you can watch them again and again, and then sometimes maybe your child or you likes a particular song best. You can just watch just that part if you want. Like, it doesn't really matter. So we have that going on. They are pre-recorded. You do have to sign up for it, though, because they're not videos that we openly stream. We keep them private because we do use music and things. So for copyright issues, it is a private video. So you have to, you can access it when we share that particular link to you. So to get the link, you have to sign up online to register. So that we will have those emailed out on February 22nd around 11 a.m. You can watch it whenever works for you. You can watch it as much as you would like as well. So.
Excellent.
You know, like I said, we said repetition is really
They're
important
cute.
for the kids. And if, you know, sometimes your child sings the same song over and over again, well, then you can just do that one. If they have one that they favor, you know, or I like that song Miss Patty did with the bear, then, you know, go to that part.
Well, and also, you know, when the parents come in, and I remember this too when my kids were little, is at nighttime they want to read the same book.
Oh yeah, we've read the same book every night for the past 3 years in my house.
And over, and they're like, I need another book, and then they try to bring in another book, and the kid, you know, still wants to read the other one. Well, I say go for it.
Yeah,
you know,
we do. We read two or three different books, and then we always end with the same one every single night, and it's been going on for probably 3 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Justin reads it. He reads it in voices. The story changes.
Oh, does it? That's cool.
Yeah, because he knows it. So sometimes they
have to mix it up a little.
They buy something different, or they do something different that they didn't do before. But it is, and it's special because he does the voices of all the characters, and Lucas just loves it. So it's like, it's the way that he ends his day.
Good.
And some days,
Nothing
if he's
wrong with
tired, he
that.
says, "I just want the oatmeal book." So, yeah,
that's all good.
Yeah, for sure. Repetition's good. Tween Book Club.
Another reminder, this month's read is Pax. Who doesn't love a story with animals in it? This one's Pax is a fox. And Sarah,
cute.
and Sarah Pennypacker, she is a wonderful author, writes really good books, and this one is highly, very well reviewed. And I was going to try to give you like a list of more books. There's this one. It's called Here in the Real World. What Does It Take to Be a Hero is another book. But this one, anyway, she partnered with John Clausen, who illustrated it, which is fun. Just some little illustrations in here. He's written like I Want My Hat Back, you know, those the hat stories.
Right.
They're just adorable.
He definitely has a distinct illustration style.
He does, and you can tell because you can even see it in how he does it. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
Yes. And then the last program that at least we have going on right now, and I always want to say, like, and I tell people, check our newsletter.
Oh, 100%.
Things pop up. Things pop up.
And that's the best way to register for everything, too, because it has the direct registration links in there.
Exactly. That's what I tell everybody. Watch for that newsletter and then pounce. You know, get on that. Yeah. Like a little lion, like little, whatever the little lions are. Okay. Last family Lego, the family Lego is the last Monday of the month, February 28th, 6:30 p.m. with monthly theme challenges. February Brick Challenge, they call it. Build a new creation every day in February. This is a daily challenge, but I pass them out. I put them on the tables so that they can take them home with them.
Yeah.
You know, so they build the challenges at the library, and then they get to take this home with them. And whatever one that they build that they like and feel confident about, they hand it in to us, and we put up a, little display.
Yeah, and we get a lot of feedback on the display, too.
Yeah.
The kids like to see all those Lego
Yeah, they
creations.
wonder, like...
Where did this come from?
Yeah, how... One little girl came up and said, how do I get my Legos there?
No.
It was really cute. And I said, and we started talking, and she was with her nanny, and the nanny was like, we'll have to tell your mom because this little girl really likes to play with Legos and has a lot of Legos. And I said, you don't even bring your own Legos here.
Right.
You come and you use ours.
Right.
And it's a family Lego night, and she got really excited. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping, maybe that'll. And again, you know what? This is another program that's just filling up. It's a blast to see all the families come in and work together.
Yeah, it is really
Yeah.
cute. I enjoyed it. It's fun to watch.
All right.
Very cool.
Take a deep breath.
All right.
Yeah, so we have
month
time
of
for
love.
books. Yes.
Love books. Let's talk about some love books, which we have love books from little babies all the way up to, well, our older ladies have love books, so we did not bring those ones.
Yeah.
No. But this one is super cute. It's brand new. It's called Fools in Love. It is a collection of short stories. So that's fun because you can or don't have to read the entire book. So if there's one that just sounds interesting to you, then you can read just that story. So, enemies to lovers, the fake date, love triangles, best friends, mistaken identities, and misconnections. These are all things that make up the perfect romance or romantic comedy. Then add powerful flora, a connection between a superhero and his nemesis, a sled race through snow-capped mountains, a golf tournament, catching the wrong rideshare, and even the end of the world. This collection of genre-bending and original stories shows how love always finds a way, whether it's at a family party or transcending space and time. And it's written, there's short stories in here from a bunch of different popular authors as well as up-and-coming authors, such as Rebecca Kim Wells, Amy Spalding, Gloria Cheo. A lot of really cute short stories. So again, they're all different types of genres, so depending what your genre of choice is too, you can maybe read just that one. So there is 15 different short stories in here, so that will be something really cute, and the cover is cute
fun.
too. So this is a brand new one, and it was edited by Ashley Herring Blake and Rebecca Potos. So it's a short story collection.
Nice.
About love.
Well, kids' little love books are so sweet. Do you want to go? That is so sweet. Love is. I don't know if you're, all right, I'm probably going to be showing my age here, but when I was growing up, there used to be a little cartoon. It was just one little snippet. It was like a triangle, and it would have like this little girl in it, and it was all black and white, and the title would always say love is, and then it would have a statement, and it would be in the paper all the time, and you could cut them out because they were just really thoughtful things. That's what this reminds me of. So you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. All right.
What's a newspaper?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Oh.
Is that up on Facebook? Can I get that on my Instagram?
Okay. You don't remember the Pittsburgh Press or the Gazette, do you? All right. Love Is by Diane Adams. Let me show how cute that is.
Cute. I was looking at that one in between the episodes.
Yeah. Love is holding something fragile, tiny wings and downy head. Love is noisy midnight feedings, shoebox right beside the bed. It's peaceful sleeping, no more peeping, tucked in tightly head to toes. Love is waking up together, side by side and beak to nose. A girl and duckling, if you didn't figure it out yet, share a tender funny year as they grow together, care for each other, and learn that love is as much about letting go as it is about holding tight. So cute on the back too. You see the little girl,
The little duck on her shoulder.
yeah, I think that's a sweet little love story
it is
between
cute.
a girl and her duck.
Little ducky.
Yep, your
All
turn.
right, so I just did Fools in Love, which is a collection of short stories. This is another collection of short stories called Meet Cute. Some people are destined to meet. Whether or not you believe in fate, luck, or love, at first sight, every romance has to start somewhere. Meet Cute is an anthology of original short stories featuring tales of how they first met from some of today's most popular YA authors, including Nicola Yoon, Sarah Shepard, Jolie Murphy, Joshua Davies. So a lot of really great YA authors. And again, short stories, so you can read the whole book, or you can just pick up and read just a couple of the short stories that sound appealing to you. So this is a really cute, another short story book, Meet Cute.
Oh, that's fun. Well, who doesn't, again, love books about animals? And Cammie McGovern, the author of Chester and Gus,
Oh,
which
it's
we
one
were
of my
just
favorite
talking
books.
about, came out with a book, Frankie and Amelia. And on top it says, "The way home isn't always easy to find." A heartwarming story about the power of personal connection and a much-needed reminder that sometimes we find those connections in the most unlikely places. Frankie brings a fresh, furry, often humorous, and always honest perspective on family, friendships, and the challenges of overcoming your fears and finding acceptance. A rich blend of humor and heart. And we were talking about it earlier, and the cool thing in here is that Chester, the goofy dog, is a part of the story.
Yeah, Chester and Gus is honestly one of the best books I've ever read.
Yeah.
That's about a boy with who's nonverbal autistic, and he and his service dog.
Yeah, I was going to say Chester's a service dog, but for his and it talks in here about it.
Yeah, about Gus.
About Gus. Yeah. So yeah,
Very good.
sweet.
I'm excited to read that one because I love
that'll
Chester
be a
and
good
Gus
one.
so much.
Yep.
All right, so might as well talk about a classic love story.
I like that.
I did too. I liked the whole trilogy.
Yeah, me too.
Alex and Eliza, a love story. So, and it ties up really well because February, Hamilton is coming back in person to the Pittsburgh area. I know most of my teens have probably already watched it streaming on Disney Plus or have seen it live or whatever. But this is it's fictional. This is fictional, which the Hamilton musical is fiction, historical fiction is too. But about Alex and Eliza and how they met and when they were first courting, as they would call it back then. And there's parts that you see about the relationship of the musical, but then it goes a little bit more in depth too. Super, super cute story. Melissa De La Cruz, she did a lot of research on this, and she actually wrote this book because she went to see Hamilton in New York City years ago with her daughter, who at the time was like a tween. And she said, "Mom, they really should just call that Eliza, because that story was really all about Eliza. She's the one that made such a difference." And so, because of that, Melissa De La Cruz decided to really research Eliza and Alex and dive into their story some more to really tell their story a little bit.
Yeah.
So there is a lot. It is very based upon, of course, it's historical fiction, and that happened so long ago that nobody really knows exactly what happened. But really fun.
It is
beginning
fun.
of a trilogy. So perfect for Valentine's Day, perfect if you are going to go see the musical. And again, Linda and I have both read it, so adults that enjoyed the musical and the historical fiction enjoyed this book as well.
Absolutely. That's
So.
a great one. All right, switching back over to our picture books. And who doesn't love Peter H. Reynolds?
I do.
Most popular book he's known for, The Dot.
We have a dot day,
Dot
September
Day.
24th.
Yes, everything dot. Peter H. Reynolds celebrates unconditional love in this delightful, look at that. It's called
I would like to
Love You by Heart.
Really cute.
Celebrates unconditional love in this delightful and poetic tribute to the rare and beautiful love that binds two hearts. It is a very simple book to read. I think this would be beautiful to read to your child at night for Valentine's Day. But the one thing I do want to read, okay, this is going to be a spoiler alert, but I'm going to read it. It's just a note from Peter Reynolds at the very back. Look how sweet. In a heart. And it says, "Unconditional love is rare. Cherish and savor it. How lucky are we to love and be loved? Take the time today to reach out and share your love in some unexpected way.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't it sweet? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Cute.
Peter H.
I'm looking forward.
Reynolds.
I would like to read
Yeah,
that one.
you
too.
have to read that.
I like his stuff. Mm-hmm. So this is a really cute one. It's been out for a few years. Netflix made it even more popular because they made it into a series of movies because it's a series of books. To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. Oh, I love this story so much. So Laura Jean, she keeps love letters every time that a boy breaks her heart, whether it actually she's ever even involved with him or it's just in her imagination or whatever. She writes the love letter to them and then tucks away in her journal or whatever. And well, somehow all these letters get mailed to their person they were supposed to be addressed to. And all these guys that she has had feelings for throughout her teen life or even younger start being like, hey, I got this letter from you. And she's like, what letter did you get? So super cute. And it's the beginning of a series. There's also P.S. I Still Love You. And I think there's a third one as well. They've all been made into really cute, well-done movies. But I highly recommend the book because the book's better. Jenny Han, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So cute. Really good.
That sounds cute.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I can't even imagine. Like if somebody found, if that really happened, I'd be mortified.
Yeah, well, it doesn't start off so great for her. Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah,
I really
it's
didn't
cute.
mean for you to see that ever.
Yeah.
You just, oh boy. This one I thought was special because it's about loving yourself. Do you know how special you are?
Oh, cute.
It's called I Can Achieve Anything, written by Monique Waters. It is, I think, just perfect for the times when the kids are, I don't know, there's just so much going on in the stress to just slow down and realize how important and special you are. Make every day a good one with this empowering repeat after me picture book full of positive affirmations for young people. A celebration of diversity. I Can Achieve Anything reminds all children just how extraordinary they are. With vibrant, inclusive illustrations and a text that's meant to be read aloud with an adult, this debut book by educators Monique Waters and Felicity Lefebvre captures the potential of self-love to help children overcome challenges, build resiliency, and grow confidence.
Nice.
Self-love.
I like that. I think that's a good one for us to probably end on then. That's a good uplifting note. I can achieve anything. That's something for all people to be aware of.
Absolutely. Don't, you can. You can achieve any, and I just truly believe that. You might have to work hard or work, well, you do have to work hard.
Right.
That's not a might. You have to work for what you want and you can do anything.
Very cool. Nice story.
Yeah,
nice
we
one
got
to end
this.
with.
All right.
Have a wonderful and lovely month, and we hope to see you at the library for all these wonderful events we have going on.
Yeah, just wait till you hear what we have going on in March.
Oh boy.
For St. Patty's Day. It's all good.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.
See you next time.